Speaking of balance, let's go back to you're putting your creative stamp on a project. So, how do you find that balance then between your experimentation and actually putting your own stamp on a project?
Yeah, so that's a good one. And I guess I'd start by saying something similar to how I was kind of describing the Wonder Years filter, right? That if a song gets checked off by all six of us in the band and makes it onto a record, it's a Wonder Years song. It has to be. That's the definition of it that we have created. We have built that machine, right? That will take ideas and only spit them out in the form of a Wonder Years song. Um, Now, for me, I think, and I was mentioning just a moment ago here, talking about your taste, right? And refining your taste and seasoning your palate as a songwriter, as a guitar player, as a band member, and in this case, as a producer. And I think for me, that's the inherent way that I gravitate towards making certain choices. And they are a bit malleable in the sense that if I worked with an artist that pushes back on some of them and or really in their own way maybe gravitates towards others of them, I think that for me is trusting that instinct in those moments, and trusting myself. This is a reason why now I do a lot of my at least basic preliminary like mixing or production, like chopping and screwing, so to speak, when I'm doing something. It's all at a standing desk, because the second that and I don't know if anybody is just listening in podcast form, you won't get this, but the second I can like start moving around and I stop like looking at the screen or thinking, then I know I'm there. Then I know I'm close and it's doing what I want it to do, right? That my feet can move. I'm in a position where the music is starting to not be a point of construction, and it's just starting to feel like a song in the same way you respond to a finished song, on the radio, in a club, at a venue. So that's part of my, taste palette that I let physically, emotionally, I try and look for, and I try and trust and lean into as much as I can, and I think if I do that and I'm guided by that, and then guided by the fact that I know an artist is happy with where they're going, and if they share in that enthusiasm, then that is always going to, like I said, there's going to be a part of me in that record. Now, again, the thing is, it's not supposed to be my record, and I don't want people to be thinking about the producer. I want them to just be listening to the record, and just say, hey, this is an incredible song. I love this. This is amazing. And in the same way, it's like that you're making the artist look good, And I think it should be about serving the song, which ultimately serves the artist, and it's not it's kind of a selfless thing too, in some ways. And I'll be honest, like I think we've all grappled with that, right? There are some times where I'm like, nah, my idea is great. Like I think let's do this. I think it's good. I think it's better than that idea. But after enough of those, you start to realize it's just like, this song could have gone two different ways and been a great song, but it went this way. And